Not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Troy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you think I ever crossed my mind and want to know?
Not easy for me to...
Oh my goodness. This is such a moving clip from the movie Fences, starring Denzel Washington and Miss Viola Davis, child. And I loved this movie, but this scene touched my heart from the very first time I saw it. And it's more than just a discussion, because I know you can feel the energy radiating off of it. And the reason why I chose this clip is because I feel it is a perfect demonstration of how we are with each other. Right now, we're in a state where women are saying it's your fault, men are saying it's your fault. And what we forget is that we are a team. His plight is your plight. Her plight is your plight. And we forget that so often in times, that you could be married to a man who hates himself because he's been in the same place for X amount of years. And he's so down on himself that he fails to see that he's not suffering alone. He doesn't have this perspective, and it's just his experience. He has this perspective of his life, and as a result, it has affected his soul and how he carries himself and how he loves and his loyalty and so on and so forth. And it bleeds from him to his wife. And then on her end, it's the same. He has resentment for her, but in return, she has resentment for him as well, saying that this entire time you've been concerned about how this reflects on you. You've been concerned about how you feel as a man. You've been concerned about your pride and all these things that matter to you. Where is my space to be upset? Where is my space to talk about where I could have been and where I could have gone, you know? And it's so beautiful and sad to see this clip, because even though they've been married for so long, they misunderstand each other. And they both are doing the same thing. What about me? Even in relationships, you can have your own problem and honestly feel that you're taking care of that problem well enough to where it doesn't affect the people around you. And it isn't until you say it out loud, it isn't until you have that moment of outward expression that people really get to see how you feel. And this is a little bit of off topic, but I also want to say too, right now we're discussing femininity in the world. And I want to draw you men's attention to something too. If you see this beautiful representation by Viola Davis and really take in her pain, you get to see why women are in a place emotionally to reject being feminine. It's because her journey was to watch him go through this pain in silence. And because we have miscommunicated what that means and how it looks and how do we portray genuine uplift without also interjecting our own pain and our own concerns about our own pride and our own feelings, our own dreams and our own experience, we talk about the feminine role as if to say that her dreams, her wants, her needs don't have a place in the equation if she has someone. And That's why this clip hit my soul so much, is because while he's telling her what the reality of life looks like for him, while he's expressing this feeling that is tearing him into pieces, I can almost guarantee he had no idea where she stood. He had no idea that she had an experience of her own. He had no idea that that much pain would erupt within her, because she has played this role of support and withholding perspectives and so on and so forth. And to find out that the love of her life is dissatisfied with his existence, and he's sharing it with her in a way to say, this is what you need to understand about my existence. It enrages her, because the perspective is, you feel this immense weight on top of you because you forgot I was supposed to carry this with you. You never allowed me to carry this with you. You wanted to handle it on your own and be the man that you wanted to be. And I play this role, you play that role. And there's nothing wrong with that dynamic, but it can unfold like this, where now he's not talking to her, she's not talking to him. They're both suffering, but there's no communication. And she believes she's doing her best to uplift, to support, to, you know what I mean? So hearing this from him is a surprise. And he has felt so low that, if I'm not mistaken, in this clip, I think is when she found out, I think he had been with someone. Please don't quote me on that, because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. So a lot of it was heartbreak as well. And we don't communicate like we should. Even when you devote your life to a person, you're still omitting details. You're still filtering your conversation. And he should have been able to be completely open about his heart with his wife. She should have been able to be open and honest with him about her dreams and aspirations, or even talking to him about how he feels. But in modern day relationships, we don't find out the truth until the dam breaks. We have to support each other better than this. We have to accept our roles in relationships. We have to support each other and love each other and have each other's backs. And most of all, we have to communicate what we want and what we need and what it looks like. Because if you're not sure what it looks like, how can you be sure that it's what you need? Peace.